So welcome to Friday afternoon chair yoga. You're watching Yoga with Curvaceous Carla, and today we're going to do a lovely seated chair yoga practice. This is more accessible for everybody. So if you're like me and you have any hip issues, knee issues, lower back issues, it just makes the practice more accessible. It's also great for those of you that work in corporate companies and you need to do some nice deep release in your shoulders and your neck as well. So let's get onto the chair. I suggest maybe having a strap, a block, some water, and any extra comforts to make your practice that little bit more enjoyable. So maybe just a little cushion behind your back as well. Let's begin. So find yourself nicely seated on your chair. I've popped my foot onto the block. Spine nice and straight. Draw the shoulders up. Draw the shoulders back down. So really lengthen the spine now. And drop your chin slightly forward so there's lots of space in the back of the neck. And draw your shoulders away from the ears. And maybe just place your hands on your thighs, or maybe one hand in the other, and just turn the palms up wherever you're comfortable. Close your eyes and see if you can start to connect to the breath. The rise and the fall of the natural breath in the body. So let's go. And I want you to just let go now of anything you think you need to do. There's nothing you need to do right now. This is your time. So let's sweep the arms up. Inhale. Take a nice big full body stretch and just take a little stretch over to the right side, back to the center, over to the left side, back to the center. Interlace the fingers and take the arms as high as you can. Take the head through the arms. So really lengthening nice and tall. And exhale, bring the hands back down the sides of the body. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweeping up. Really lengthening nice and tall, little stretch over to the right side, back to the center, over to the left side. Interlace the hands above the head, send the index fingers up, take your head through the arms and really lengthen nice and tall. And exhale, we open and pop the hands down. Just circle up and back, just several times, just releasing a little bit of tension in the upper body. Good. Let's take that into a side bend now. So hold on to your chair with your left hand and take the right arm up and over. Little side bend. Nice lateral stretch. Let's do that down either side of the body. Up and over. One more time each side. Up and over for that lovely stretch down the side of the body. Last time. Good. And let's take a nice stretch in the neck. So the front and the back and the sides of the neck. So lifting the chin up, just opening the throat, keeping the spine nice and straight. Relaxing the jawline. And then lowering the chin down to the clavicle bone and finding a nice stretch in the back of the neck. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale, lifting and opening. Exhale, closing back down, chin coming down. One more time, lifting, opening the throat. Exhale, lowering the chin back down, lengthening in the back of the neck. Okay, now I want you to keep the chin down, so the chin is coming down towards the clavicle bone, and just roll the chin over the right shoulder, coming forward and rolling over the left shoulder. So you're just taking these half moon circles, just releasing a little bit of tension in the neck. Just going as far as your neck wants you to go, but not moving fast, just keeping it nice and subtle, nice and slow. Good. Let's take a little bit more of a neck stretch now. So let's take your right arm up, tilt your head towards the right shoulder so your fingers come down onto the left temples. Draw the head over and let's just push the left hand out to the side. And then let the fingers come down to the chair so you intensify the stretch. Pop your hand behind your back and palm is facing away. Oh, lovely. Just feel that lovely deep stretch in the neck muscles. And just be really subtle because the neck is very delicate and the head is actually very heavy. So that's really released up those muscles there. Let's do the other side. Sweeping up, tilting the head over. Fingers come lightly onto the temples, pushing the hand out to the side, letting the fingers come down to the chair. And then just tucking the hand behind the back, palm facing away. And that just takes it that little bit further. And then come back to the center. Good. Okay, interlace your hands. Take your hands onto the back of the head. Bring your elbows in and just drop the chin down now. Use the weight of the hands to take a little bit more of a deeper stretch. You can probably feel it in the top of the neck and coming down the top of the shoulders. Okay, open the arms. Take your thumbs underneath the jaw and your fingers underneath the skull and just lift and open the heart, open the chest, breathing here. And taking the arms up, taking them behind you, holding onto the chair or just around the back of the chair, and really draw the shoulder blades together and open the front of the body. So finding this lovely expansive opening in the front of the body. And then exhale, come back to the center. That just releases a little bit of the shoulders and the neck. I want you to take a big circle with the right arm. Watch your fingers go all the way back and round. Let's just loosen up the shoulder joint 3 times. Up and back. Last one. Up and back. So just loosening the shoulder joint. Let's do the other arm. Watching the fingers, big circles. Lovely. Remember the shoulder joint is also a ball and a socket joint. Let's get some lovely fluids into the joint. And come back to the center. Bring your hands into prayer. Keep your waist lifted, so keep the spine nicely lifted. Elbows are also lifted. Let's just take a twist over the right shoulder. Twisting in the torso, back to the center, lifting the elbows. Take a twist over the left shoulder. Back to the center, pop the hands down. Take a breath. Let's do that one more time, taking your twist a little bit further, so getting some nice rotation in the torso. Okay, lifting, elbows lifted, and twisting over the right shoulder. Lovely, back to the center, twisting over the left shoulder. Oh, lovely, back to the center, popping the hands down. A little bit more now in the rotator cuff. So all the way around this shoulder joint, the rotator cuff muscles. This is called eagle arms. Right arm on top, left arm underneath, and then you come round to see if you can bind the hands. If you can't get here, just pop the hands onto the shoulders. If you are here, that's great. Let's just take a few circles. Just listening to your body. Does it feel nice to do big circles, or would you prefer some tiny circles? Clockwise and anti-clockwise. So loosening up, freeing up the rotator cuff muscles, drawing your elbows into the center, dropping your head forward, and feel that lovely stretch between the shoulder blades. Lovely. And just take a few more breaths there. And let's take a little shake out before we do the other side. Lovely, so you can probably feel that's already taken a nice big release in that shoulder joint. Okay, other side, left arm on top, right arm underneath. binding round to find your fingers. If not, just fingers onto the shoulders is fine. Okay, let's take our circles. Listening to your body. Do you want to take big circles or just some very tiny, minute circles? Whatever feels nice in your body. Clockwise and anti-clockwise, and then you're going forward, rounding into the upper back. Taking a good 10 breaths here. Bringing the elbows nice and close to the belly. Good. Just giving yourself a little hug. Giving yourself a little hug. Reminding yourself you are your own best friend. Lovely. Okay, let's think about the spine now, like a wave. Let's get some nice, good fluidity into the spine. So if I turn to the side slightly, then you can see the movement in the spine. So taking the forearms together, palms together. On your inhale, you open the heart and the chest and you look up. As you exhale, you round the back, forehead coming down, forearms joining together. Inhale and exhaling down. And I want you to do that 10 times. Keep it nice and meditative. Think about the spine, all the little vertebra and the cartilage between the vertebra, just creating some space in the spine and also just releasing some tension in the back muscles. So just a couple more. Good, and then draw that one to a close. Let's come into our seated pigeon pose. So you're going to take your right knee up to your chest and just take your hands on top of the knee and just maybe just do a little few circles here, releasing into the joint. And then you're going to take hold of the foot and pop it up onto the left thigh, if that's comfortable. If not, just take it down towards the ankle. So remember to listen to your body. So seated, both seating bones firmly rooted, and then bringing your hands in front of that leg, in front of the shin, and then dropping your head forward and going down as far as you can. And you're going to feel a lovely deep stretch in this right hip joint. It may just be subtle. You can just make sure you're listening to your body. A good 10 breaths here also. And then you can hug it up and just take a few little movements, holding the foot in the hand, just trying to release into that hip joint. Good. Let's do the other side. So this is my operated hip, so I'm now going to show you the modified variation. So rather than having the foot up on the thigh, if you're doing the modified version, take your foot onto the calf, right in front of the shin, sorry. Okay, reaching up and then coming forward, rounding into that upper back. There's still a very slight hip stretch. Obviously much deeper if the foot is up on top of the thigh. Next part, holding on to the foot and just releasing into the hip joint. Good. Popping both feet down now. Coming a little further forward, we're going to take a twist. So let's sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Relax into the shoulders and then twist over your right shoulder. Now check that the shoulders are level and even and look behind you. Breathing here. Let's do the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. So let's get some good nutrients and vitamins into the spine. Shoulders are even and level. back to the center. Twisting one more time either side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Checking the shoulders are level and even, and then just taking it a little bit further with the head and the chin. Good, last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Shoulders checking, evenly balanced. And back to the center. Let's think about the hands and the wrists now. So just moving the fingers, taking a little wiggle in the fingers, turn into the wrist with a few circles. Again, clockwise and anti-clockwise. If you hear some cracking in the wrist, it's probably releasing some trapped air. Okay, take it into your elbows. So we can go a little bit more detailed on the chair into very intricate joints. Fingers and wrists and elbows. Good. Okay, this is called waterfall. Take your right hand forward, left hand comes onto the fingers. Lead with the heel of the hand. And you're going to get a lovely stretch in the forearm here and the palm of the hand. Let's do the other side. Waterfall. Forward we go. Good. Feel that lovely stretch there in the wrist, in the forearm, and then come back to the center. Interlace your hands and take a wave. A wave in the arms. Just taking a little wave. See if you can reverse it. A little bit of work there for the brain. Woo! One way feels a little bit more natural than reversing the other way. Well done, good. Okay, let's come into some nice seated warriors now. So make sure you've got space as we're coming into a seated warrior one. Taking your right leg out to the side, left leg can extend with a straight leg or let the knee drop down. So you can extend and turn the foot forward or just let the knee drop down towards gravity. Okay, make sure the spine is nice and straight and neutral. Rise both arms up, check the arms the same height, turn your head over the front arm, the right arm. Good, reach forward, reach to your thigh or maybe a little bit lower to your ankle and come into an extended warrior. Then going to reach back the other way, holding onto the base of the chair, coming into peaceful warrior. Reaching back, maybe popping thumb and forefinger together into the chin mudra. And come back to the center, warrior two. Roll the shoulders up and back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Let's take that sequence on the second side. So, left leg coming out to the side, right leg extending back straight, turning the foot forward or letting the knee hang down, whatever feels more comfortable for your hips. Taking the arms up, making sure they're in the same height, rolling the shoulders up and back. Reaching forward to your thigh or to your ankle and coming into an extended warrior. Reaching up and over. Then we're going to reach back into peaceful warrior. Really lengthening from the front of the body. Back to the center, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Virabhadrasana, fierce warrior. So feel nice and confident, nice and powerful and strong. Good, we're going to come back to the center. We're going to take the legs wide now. So we're going to come to the edge of the chair and we're turning the toes out to the side. Roll the shoulders up and back. Good. We're coming into the seated variation of the God, the Goddess. So hands into prayer. Rising the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, drawing the elbows out to the side. And just finding that lovely expansion across the front of the body, broadening across the collarbones and the back muscles. And thinking about the Goddess, the God warrior. I am powerful, I am worthy, and I am enough. Just use that as your affirmation. You can say it out nice and loud. I am powerful, I am worthy, I am enough. Hands back into prayer. Let's rise the arms up. Draw the elbows down. And just say that affirmation one more time. You can say it silently in the mind, or you can say it out loud. Just say it with intention. And then pop the hands down. Bring the legs back in. Let's take a stretch in your hamstrings. So legs out in front. Pop your heels onto the block. Sitting up nice and straight. Just sliding the hands down the thighs, over the knees, over the shins to your toes. Just finding that lovely lengthening sensation in the lower back and the hamstrings. Good. Slowly walking back up, coming to our seated mountain pose, nice straight spine, palms are forward, rising the arms up into our palm tree like we did at the beginning, reaching up over to the right side, back to the center, over to the left side, back to the center, hands into prayer. So we're going to take prayer, but we're going to take it behind the back. So you're trying to bring your palms together behind the body, really opening the elbows, pushing the palms together. If that's not accessible, just holding on to the wrists. And you're just going to feel this lovely stretch in the front here of the shoulders and the arms. Good. We're going to take a little drop of water before we do our seated Surya Namaskar. So a little seated variation of the sun salutation. So when you're ready, come forward. Maybe move the blocks out now. And we're going to sweep the arms back up. Inhale. Exhale, touch your shins. Exhale. Inhale, lifting the right knee. Exhale, pop it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, touch the shins. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, pop it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, touch the shins. Inhale, boat pose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, second round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, touch the shins. Inhale, right knee. Exhale, pop it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, touch the shins. Left knee and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shins. And a very mini boat pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And touch down. Okay, 2 more rounds. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shins. Inhale, right knee. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shins. Inhale, left knee. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shins. Mini boat pose. And a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. One more for the road. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shins. Inhale, right knee. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shins. Inhale, left knee. Exhale, down. And lifting and shins. Taking those legs nice and high. And a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. If you want to do another 4 rounds, you can. But that's just giving you a little taster. We're going to do some seated chair balance now. So let's take ourselves up. And let's use the chair as a prop. So I'm going to turn the chair to the side. And we're going to come into tree balance. So standing on your right leg, turn your left foot out. Pop it onto the calf or pop it all the way up onto the inner thigh, but never on the knee joint. Try not to let the hip sink down, draw the hip up, stack the bones one on top of the other. So you've got the chair there for support and you're trying to do 2 circles with the arms. Remember, your chair is there for support as and when you need the chair. Good. So turn and face the other way to do the second side. Remember to stack each bone one on top of the other. Don't let the hip stick out. Fix your drishti, your eye gaze on a point, and calm is key with your balance. Well done. Second balance pose, second chair balance pose. Let's come into a nice warrior 3. So again, using the chair as support, bending your right knee, left leg comes back, and you're lifting it up and you're coming into a lovely straight line. Then test your balance. See if you can take the hands down by the side of the body. And then maybe just come back and come down when you're ready. Both sides. Lovely horizontal line. So let's try and get the spine, the torso and the back leg at the same height. Okay, let's do a nice stretch for the back and the hamstrings. So using the top of the chair, walking your feet back, taking your fingertips onto the top of the chair, take your feet back in parallel, and then just drop the head through the arms so you get this lovely lengthening. Maybe keep a softness in the knees, and you get this lovely lengthening in the spine. And I can feel a lovely stretch all the way up the underneath of the armpits. And a lovely stretch there in the hamstrings too. Okay, now I'm going to turn the chair towards me. And I'm actually going to take my operated leg up onto the chair. Make sure you're nice and grounded. Fix your drishti, your eye gaze on a point. Rise the arms up. And then twist towards the bent knee. Take a twist. Good. Looking over your back shoulder, slide that hand behind the back, really open the shoulder and get a lovely twist, a balance and a twist. Maybe see if you can take that leg off and then pop it back down should you need to. Good. Both sides. Ground, drishti, balance, rising up and twisting. Sliding the hand behind the back and then maybe just testing your balance. Good. Lovely. Last one. Let's turn the chair back around. So it's a good idea to have a light chair for this class. We're going to do a nice stretch in the quadricep. So lifting your right foot up in your right hand, drawing the knees together, and then just taking the left arm up to the ceiling, taking a little balance here, maybe taking it further, lifting the foot nice and high, taking the heel away from the buttocks and taking the front arm off into a variation of the dancer. See if that feels comfortable to practice on the second side. So left foot and left hand, knees together. Get that lovely stretch in the quadricep and then lifting the foot nice and high, chest lifted, eyes lifted. And we really don't have to push too hard. We just need to listen to the body and just get some nice movement and balance. Keeping your body nice and strong, improving your balance and increasing your flexibility. So let's move to the strap now. So let's do a little bit of work with the strap. Pop the block back and take the strap onto the sole of your right foot. And what we're going to do is take a little hamstring stretch. So nice straight spine, lifting the knee and extending. Taking both straps into the right hand, holding onto the chair, take it higher and take it out to the side, stretching on the inner thigh muscle. Good. Taking the straps into the opposite hand, taking it across the body and coming into a twist. Good. Let's try that on the second side. So again, make sure there's no objects around and you've got space. And when you're ready, lifting to the hamstring stretch, taking it a little bit higher, relaxing the shoulders, both straps into left hand, take it out to the side, stretching on the inner thigh. Across the body, soften at the knee if it feels better and look behind you. And come back to the centre. Lovely. Just take the strap and discard of the strap. Have a drop of water if you need to. And adjust yourself so you're nice and comfortable back in your chair. So as you can see, you get the same benefits from a yoga class with the mindfulness, flexibility, balance and strength, but it makes it that little bit more accessible. Little bit more accessible. Rise the arms up, take an in-breath. Exhale slowly back down through the midline, exhale. Uniting breath and movement now, inhale. And exhale. I want you to do that 3 more times, just starting to unite breath and movement and grounding your energy. And on this last one, let's just bring a little bit of gratitude into your practice. Finish my sentence. Today, I am grateful for. And what are you grateful for today? Good. And pop the hands down onto the thighs and just give your knees a little rub. Just give your thighs a little rub. Good. And we're going to shake off any negativity, anything that doesn't serve us. Shake it off the arms, brush it off, anything that does not serve you. And we're also going to say back off with an action of pushing away. And this also is backing off any judgments, any opinions of you, anything that does not serve you. Back it off from the sides and the front. A little bit of science, balancing the right and the left side of the brain as we crisscross, so front and behind. Crisscrossing. Good. Maybe a little bit faster. So really grounding your energy now and then coming down. So calling in Shiva, the Hindu god, and Shakti, the goddess. So just doing a little bit of Kundalini, calling in the masculine and the feminine energy. So we're nice and balanced and grounded. So here we go. Shiva, Shakti, 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 Shiva, Shakti. A few more. Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti. Good. And then just circling nice and slowly. Flexed hands, circling up to the ceiling. Just washing away any negativity, shining your aura, cleaning and cleansing the aura. So you're feeling nice and bright, nice and light, ready for a little tiny mindfulness and meditation. So this is a reading that I wrote, and it's just called Yoga and Mindfulness Has Taught Me. So get yourself nice and comfortable. I'm going to come a little bit closer. Yoga and Mindfulness Has Taught Me by Curvaceous Carla. So just take a nice breath, get yourself nice and centered, close your eyes and get ready for some nice relaxation. Yoga and mindfulness has taught me to slow down, to come home to myself, to enjoy the process of connection between my mind, my body, and my soul. Yoga and mindfulness has taught me self-acceptance, to accept myself exactly as I am, perfectly imperfect, and to enjoy this home for my soul for this short visit. Not to hurry and not to worry. So much worry is such a wasted energy. Yoga and mindfulness has taught me that while I'm here for this short visit, to enjoy and appreciate our great Mother Earth, and to enjoy nature's beautiful surroundings, the sun rising and the sun setting as equally beautiful, and feel the warmth and the joy in my heart as I enjoy these offerings of nature. Even the moonbeams glistening on the calm sea at night, lighting up the sky and my heart at this sheer beauty and the surge of energy that fills my soul. And to listen to the ocean waves and enjoy the sounds of the waves crashing against the rocks as I taste and I smell the moist, salty air. And I feel free and I feel liberated at the ocean's edge. And to listen to the wisdom of my heart and trust my intuition. Trust that true wise being that lives inside of me. Yoga and mindfulness has taught me to trust that the universe is always looking out for my higher good. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I'm open to all the possibilities. Namaste. So wherever you are on the journey of yoga and mindfulness, just take a minute. What has it taught you? What is it teaching you? Just take a minute to really resonate to my reading and how that is for you. What is this journey teaching you? How is it helping you in any way or shape or form of your life? So on that thought, I'll say namaste, and I look forward to seeing you again on one of my next recordings.